When most people reach their 60s, they're told the same story over and over again. Stiff knees, swollen ankles, and that slow, uncomfortable rise from a chair are all just part of getting older. But in my 25 years working with seniors, I've learned something very different. Your body doesn't stop trying to repair itself with age. It simply stops receiving the raw materials it once had in abundance. And one of the most important of those materials is collagen. Collagen is the quiet scaffolding that keeps your joints cushioned, your ligaments flexible, and your steps steady. After 60, your ability to make it naturally drops year after year. That doesn't just show up as wrinkles. It shows up every time your knees hesitate on the stairs, every time your hips feel tight getting out of the car, every time you hear that small clicking sound that wasn't there before. What many people don't realize is that your body still knows how to support joint comfort. It just needs the right signals and the right building blocks. I've worked with thousands of older adults who thought they were headed toward injections or even surgery. One of them, Margaret from Denver, used to stand at the bottom of her staircase wondering whether her knees would cooperate that morning. She wasn't looking for a miracle. She simply wanted a way to move without fearing every step. What changed her path wasn't a complex protocol. It was a handful of foods, simple, everyday ingredients already sitting in most grocery stores, that helped her body do what it wanted to do all along. In this video, I want to walk you through 8 foods that may help support collagen, reduce stiffness, and keep your joints moving with more ease. And what surprises most people is that the most powerful one is also the least familiar. We'll build to that together. Before we talk about specific foods, it helps to understand what's actually happening inside your joints as you age. Most people hear the word collagen and think of skin, but in reality, collagen is the structural framework of almost every part of your musculoskeletal system. Your cartilage, ligaments, tendons, and even the fluid around your joints depend on it. After about age 50, your natural production begins to slow, usually by 1 to 2% every year. By your mid-60s, that decline becomes noticeable in the way your body feels and moves. Inside your joints, there's a constant balance between building new collagen and breaking it down. Enzymes called MMPs, matrix metalloproteinases, become more active with age. When they break down collagen faster than your body can replace it, the smooth cartilage that once cushioned your joints grows thinner. That's when movement begins to feel stiff, when swelling appears around the knees or ankles, and when that familiar grinding sound begins during certain motions. It's not a sign that your body is failing. It's a sign that it's asking for help. Your body can still build collagen, but it needs raw materials. Amino acids like glycine and proline, minerals like zinc and manganese, and healthy fats that help calm inflammation in the tissues around your joints. Research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition has shown that providing these amino acids can support the body's own collagen-making process. And studies in clinical interventions in aging suggest that certain collagen-supportive nutrients may help older adults experience better mobility and comfort over time. Nothing replaces medical care when it's needed, but nutrition can work alongside it in powerful ways. I've seen the difference this makes for people like Margaret, how understanding the biology turns frustration into possibility. And we're about to explore the foods that support those pathways most effectively, starting with one many people underestimate. When I walk patients through collagen-supportive foods, I like to begin with the ones that seem ordinary, because those are often the easiest to add into your routine. And the first one on our list is something many people have been told to fear unnecessarily. Let's start with whole eggs. For years, eggs were treated as a dietary villain, but the yolk is where your joints find real value. It contains biotin, sulfur, and vitamin D, 3 nutrients your body uses when building the amino acid chains that eventually become collagen. A study in the Nutrients Journal highlighted how these nutrients may support connective tissue health, especially in older adults. I often remind my patients to cook their yolks gently, soft-boiled, poached, or lightly fried, because high heat can damage some of the very compounds your joints rely on. It's a small change, but for many people, it's a noticeable one. Moving up the list, pumpkin seeds are surprisingly powerful. They may look small, but their mineral profile is exactly what aging joints often miss: zinc, magnesium, and manganese. These minerals help activate the enzymes your body uses, all when forming new collagen. Many older adults unknowingly fall short on zinc, which slows the rebuilding process. A simple handful, around a quarter cup, can offer enough support to make a meaningful difference. Some people prefer them raw. Others soak them overnight to increase absorption. What matters most is the consistency. Next comes a food I see many people overlook: canned salmon with bones. Those soft bones aren't something to push aside. They're a natural source of calcium, phosphorus, collagen, and gelatin. When combined with the omega-3 fats in salmon, they become a remarkable support system for joint comfort. Omega-3s help calm the low-grade inflammation that often accumulates around aging joints, and the collagen in those tiny bones offers building material your body recognizes immediately. Choosing wild-caught salmon maximizes the nutrient profile, and mashing the bones into the meat makes them almost unnoticeable. From there, we move to a food that surprises nearly everyone: chicken skin. Most people remove it for fear of fat, but cooked properly, baked, roasted, or simmered, it provides type 1 collagen, the same type that supports your cartilage and ligaments. The key is gentle cooking, because very high heat can damage the collagen you're trying to obtain. Older adults in various observational studies have shown better joint comfort when they regularly consume collagen-rich poultry components. It's not a magic fix, but it's a meaningful source of nourishment your joints can put to use. These first 4 foods have something in common. They're accessible, familiar, and easy to incorporate. But what they offer your body goes far deeper than taste. They deliver the very materials your joints use to stay stable when you step out of bed, when you climb stairs, when you bend down to pick something up. I've watched so many older adults add just 1 or 2 of these into their routine and find that their joints feel less stiff in the morning, or that their walking feels a bit steadier. Those small shifts matter. They add up. And the foods ahead of us? They're even more concentrated, and in many cases, even more supportive for the biology of aging joints. One in particular has helped countless seniors I've worked with feel more stable on their feet within just a few weeks. As we move further into the list, the next 4 foods become increasingly concentrated sources of collagen-building amino acids. They're the ones I've seen make the biggest difference for seniors who feel like they've tried everything and still wake up with stiff or swollen joints. Gelatin is where that shift truly begins. Most people think of gelatin as something reserved for desserts, but it's essentially cooked collagen, already broken down into a form your body can absorb with ease. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition has shown that when older adults consume gelatin alongside vitamin C, the body's natural collagen-making process becomes more active. The reason is simple. Gelatin is rich in glycine and proline, 2 of the primary amino acids your body uses to rebuild connective tissue. Stirring a spoonful of unflavored gelatin into warm tea or broth can offer your joints a steady supply of these building blocks. For many of my patients, this becomes a gentle daily rhythm that supports how they feel when they stand up, walk, or turn. Next are sardines with skin and bones, one of the most overlooked foods in the grocery store. These tiny fish carry a combination that aging joints appreciate: type 1 collagen from the soft bones, omega-3 fatty acids from the skin, and minerals that help stabilize connective tissue. Omega-3s support the body's natural inflammatory balance, which is especially important when the tissues around your knees or ankles feel irritated after activity. Many older adults tell me They avoided sardines for years, only to discover they are surprisingly mild when mixed into a salad, mashed with avocado, or added to a warm bowl of rice. Their joint-friendly nutrients come packaged in a way the body recognizes immediately. Then we arrive at bone broth, one of the most time-tested foods across cultures for supporting joint comfort. When bones are simmered for many hours, they release gelatin, type 1 collagen, glycine, proline, and minerals like magnesium and phosphorus. Together, these nutrients may support softness in tendons and flexibility in the tissues surrounding your joints. A study in clinical interventions in aging suggested that collagen-supportive nutrients may help older adults experience better mobility over time. Many of my patients like to drink bone broth in the morning when the body is naturally shifting into repair mode. It's gentle, soothing, and easy on digestion. And finally, the food that often surprises people most: beef tendons. They're incredibly rich in type 1 collagen, the exact form found in your joints and ligaments. When cooked slowly, often 8 to 12 hours, they become tender and gelatinous, releasing a dense supply of the amino acids your body uses to maintain connective tissue. While direct human studies are limited, traditional dietary patterns and emerging research show that tendon-rich broths and stews can provide meaningful collagen support. Many older adults find them deeply satisfying, especially when combined with anti-inflammatory ingredients like ginger or garlic. For some, this becomes the most impactful food in their routine. Each of these foods offers a different piece of the puzzle. Together, they help your body do something it's still capable of doing, even after 60, supporting the very structure that keeps you steady on your feet. Knowing which foods support collagen is important, but what matters even more is understanding how to use them in a way your body can actually benefit from. Joint comfort doesn't always come from making big, dramatic changes. It often comes from small, steady habits that give your body the signals it has been missing. When I work with older adults, the first thing I emphasize is simplicity. You don't need to eat all 8 foods at once. In fact, starting with just 2 or 3 often works better because your body responds best to consistency, not overwhelm. If you enjoy eggs, for example, try having a soft-cooked whole egg a few mornings each week. That alone provides sulfur and biotin, which support collagen formation. Pairing it with something mineral-rich, like a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds on the side, can offer an extra nudge to the enzymes that activate collagen. For those who prefer warm, soothing foods, bone broth becomes a natural fit. Drinking a cup in the morning or early afternoon gives your body glycine and proline during a time when your repair processes are already active. Some people add a scoop of unflavored gelatin to enhance the amino acid profile, especially on colder days when the joints feel a little stiffer. There's no single perfect way to do this. What matters is choosing the version that feels sustainable for you. If you're open to seafood, sardines, and canned salmon are practical, affordable options. Even 1 or 2 servings a week can provide omega-3s and natural collagen in forms your body readily uses. And for those who enjoy richer, slow-cooked meals, beef tendons offer the most concentrated supply of type 1 collagen. They can be added to soups or stews, cooked until tender, and paired with spices like ginger or garlic to support digestion. Every one of these additions works best when paired with hydration, gentle daily movement, and the guidance of your healthcare provider, especially if you have existing medical conditions or take medications. The goal isn't perfection. It's giving your joints a steady stream of what they've quietly been asking for. As we bring this together, I want to leave you with a simple truth I've witnessed again and again in my work with older adults. Your body doesn't stop trying to heal with age. It continues to listen, to adapt, and to respond to the signals you give it. Collagen may decline over time, but your ability to support it never disappears. What often changes is the rhythm of nourishment. These 8 foods aren't magic, and they're not meant to replace medical care. They're tools, accessible, everyday tools, that give your joints the raw materials they need to stay steady, flexible, and supported. For some people, it's the warmth of bone broth in the morning. For others, it's a weekly rhythm of sardines or the simple act of keeping pumpkin seeds in the pantry. And for a few, a slow-cooked stew made with tendons becomes a comfort that feeds both the body and the day. Margaret and Frank found their footing again, not because they discovered a secret, but because they created a small pattern their bodies could respond to. That's something anyone can do, starting with just one meal, one cup, or one habit that feels doable. If you'd like to explore this journey further, I'd love to hear which food feels like the right starting point for you. Your experience may help someone else who's been searching for the same kind of hope. And if you'd like more guidance on supporting your mobility, strength, and long-term independence, you're welcome to stay connected and explore these topics with me. Your body still remembers how to move with ease. These small choices help it believe that, again.